Yeah, whole line is gone.
Switch points at certain locations.
Oh,
In certain directions.
Does it have the larger flanges on it? Did they switch them
No,
out?
they didn't switch them out yet, though.
Ah, that's why.
They got them.
they've been sitting on a pallet.
They're coming on the pole and talking railroad wheels. The other one.
Now, I don't need to probably tell a lot of you the history of the North Shore Line. A lot of you probably already know it. Interurban ran from Chicago to Milwaukee until 1963. Now, the history of the Illinois Railway Museum is pretty closely tied to that of the North Shore Line. Our founder, in fact, one of the 10 guys who purchased Indiana Railroad 65 and 53 was Howard Odinius, who was a motorman on the railroad. The original site, the hardware foundry, was but a stone's throw away from the main line in North Chicago. After abandonment, whether they knew it or not, they provided a lot of help for us out here. Rails, ties, line poles, anything not bolted to the earth. There was a lot of stuff that ended up out here. Today we have quite a large collection of North Shore equipment and related ephemera. We have 5 passenger cars running free today, MD car 229, and if you noticed, streetcar 354. Those will all be running today on a timetable. Some of you probably came in before we had the timetables up in the depot. There is a public timetable that is emulated on the last public timetable. You can get some in the office here in the depot if you do not have one. Now, while I'm here, I'd like to take a brief moment to acknowledge a couple people who, along the way in North Shore Line history, helped us along a bit. And one is related to this. Now, some of you might know what this is, others might not. This is the Electric Traction Magazine Speed Trophy. In the late 20s, early 1930s, the Electric Traction Magazine sponsored a speed contest of interurbans, measuring the average time start to stop between terminals. And they awarded this cup to the railroad that gave the fastest time. The first couple of years, the Houston North Shore Electric Railway won it, and then after that, it was kind of split between the North Shore Line and the South Shore Line. The North Shore Line gained permanent possession of it in 1932, after it won 3 consecutive years, and in 1933, I should say, the average start to stop time was 51.27 miles per hour, which is pretty fast. Now, this was kept at the railroad thereafter at Highwood. It was displayed in various promotional images and whatnot, and it ended up in the office of President Harold Mason, who was the last president of the North Shore Line. After the North Shore Line was abandoned, Mr. Mason had the distinction of being the last employee of the railroad. He was kind of somewhat sadly tasked with dismantling the railroad after abandoning and selling off the property and the cars and everything. He held on to a couple things as mementos, including this trophy. Here this past year, his son David Mason donated the trophy to us, and we're going to have it on prominent display this year, hopefully in the post office, maybe in the depot. More news on that to come. But we'd like to thank Dave Mason for the generous donation of the trophy as an emblem of the road of service and the North Shore Line in general. Now, a couple other people I'd like to mention. One is a conductor on the railroad by the name of John Horacek. John became a historian after railroad quit. He was a lifelong fan of the railroad, and he was actually responsible for most of the cars being in museums. The 27 cars that got dispersed were thanks to John's efforts. And today, this is his legacy, the operating cars. His family has generously donated upon his passing, unfortunately, the past couple of years, a lot of documentation and blueprints that he had on the railroad, which is allowing us to keep the cars going for generations to come. Now, over the years, there have been many volunteers at the museum who were also employees. There was Howard Adenius, of course. John Voracek was an early member. Tom Gervan, he worked in the Iowa offices. He was a longtime member here, helping us move out and spending time here in the 60s and 70s. We had a pair of motormen who were Don Kennedy and Bob Flory in the 1980s and 90s. I understood. You can see them doing a very good impersonation of a North Shore Line crew because they were one. And among them also was Harold Wynn. Do I remember getting anybody stopped? Very good. So yeah, Frank Bishak helped us out with the electroliner when it showed up. And that's a pretty complete role. Oh yeah, Dave Shore, he was a good, yeah. Ralston Taylor, he was a conductor on the railroad. Anybody else that I'm missing? Very good. I think we hit the big hits there. So with that, I believe the first train in the timetable will be the Chicago Limited 49, 757, 251. We'll be boarding here in a few minutes for an 11 o'clock departure. And after that, the Chicago Express behind you, 160 and 714 will run at quarter after, and 229 will run at 30 after. And the pattern will kind of repeat itself throughout the day. So we want you to take lots of pictures, write all the different trains, and kind of see what we have to offer. So thank you.
Oh, that might, yeah. Yeah, so am I. They will be moving in the spring that are new built. Bill Weiber, absolutely. Yeah. I'm now retired. Yeah. Very few. We were supposed to have a reunion at the end, actually. The reunion was this weekend, but the North Florida, all CNW guys. I was going to go, but the problem is the hurricane blew out all the windows in the hotel, destroyed the hotel. And the people who were holding the reunion, their houses are damaged, so they canceled the reunion. I had one catch fire on it. I don't remember which one of the four, but it was at Delaware and the Delaware Fire Department. What it was some kind of building grease, and you have to put out the fire and everything. I restarted the engine ran, then it took off. Yeah, but we have seniority rights that can come away. I went when I freshly new firemen. They had called me to do a harbor job. I went to harbor and then more money. Right. Talking something what was your the Harvard yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, that was the run that was always on Illinois. That was North the baker's car. That was surprised.
Well, I wanted to ride it twice. Somebody was there.
No, I didn't run that. It still had the full working margin.
Semi-uniform, nothing. I just knew a whole story to get this.
There's some spikes up down there.
I don't know.